Hey everyone! So I did say I was going to start back doing Business Tip Thursday, and I actually just finished doing a training on growing your social media. So I figured since that is a topic that a lot of people, especially in business, want to improve upon, not only just growing your social media, but reaching your target audience through social media because it's a great platform. There are millions of people out there, and you can focus in. You can narrow down your target audience, speak directly to them, but a lot of people don't know how. So that's what I'll be talking about today. Um, a few bits of information. You definitely want to provide valuable content. Oh, and I want to start off by saying these are my tips. These are what have worked for me, and these are what worked for my clients. Everyone's going to be different. You can do the exact opposite of what I say and still be successful. It's completely up to you. But these are my tips, and these are what have worked for me and my clients. So, for one, provide value. Provide value, provide value, provide value. You know, provide value. It's a concept that should be simple and easy, but so many people don't do. Find out when you established your brand, you should have been able to narrow down exactly who your target audience is. Now that you know who they are, what do they need? What can you provide them? So if I'm just trying to think of an example here. If your target, let's say you sell electronics and your target audience needs to have their electronics up and running at all times, they need to have their tech and the working properly. If your job or your business is to help people with their electronics, give them valuable tips to help them work longer. Give them tips to keep them from breaking. If a new product comes out that's going to help them with their electronics, tell them this information. People think that hoarding this information in, they're like, I'm going to keep this so that when I get clients, I can use it on them. For one, that doesn't always work, especially if you don't get any clients. Two, giving out valuable information is never going to stop people from coming to you. No one's thinking in their head, oh, you just gave me this information, I'm not going to hire you anymore. They're still going to hire you. In fact, they're more likely to hire you because they know that you have valuable information. They know that you have valuable content that they can use and that you can provide to them. So find out what they need. If people are trying to lose weight and you provide a weight loss, give them tips to lose weight and give them tips to stay healthy. If you provide marketing, give them tips to market, give them tips, give them valuable content, and they will always come back to you. Consistency. You have to consistently provide value. No one likes a one-trick pony. If you post value one time and never again, they have no reason to come back. They're like, I've already seen the one thing that you can give me and you haven't given me anything else. Why am I going to keep coming back, check out your page? Why am I going to keep engaging with you? And why would I hire you if I think that that's the only thing you can do? Be sure that you're consistent with it. If you don't have enough knowledge to consistently provide value, you may want to learn it. You may take some courses, go, use YouTube, do some. You need to increase your knowledge if you cannot consistently provide content without running out of something. So consistently provide content. Engagement is so important because it's you want to nurture those relationships. You don't want, by nurturing those relationships, you're building trust with people, and people who trust you are going to come to you and they're going to be happy to continue to pay you time after time after time. So you want to nourish those relationships. So you want to engage with your target audience, and you can do this a few ways. Of course, hashtags are a great way to do it. A few ways that I tell people to use hashtags that your target audience are following. If you click on a person's Instagram name and their page pops up, and then you click on following so that you can see the list of people they're following, the very top, at the top of that list, is the hashtags that they're following. Find the ones that are relevant to you and use them. Use hashtags that your competitors are using. Do trial and error, try out some hashtags, look at the insights, see if it worked, and keep note of those. You don't want to come off as spamming. Don't use the exact same hashtags in every single post. And Instagram gives you 30 hashtags. Use all 30. Why are you using 5? When you can add 25 more and reach more people. It's a free marketing tool. Use all 30. Another way to engage with your target audience is to follow larger accounts, particularly verified accounts that have the exact same target audience as you. So my example that I use is Gary Vee. I am a Gary Vee fan, and Gary Vee also does marketing. I do marketing. Gary Vee motivates. I motivate. And I'm very big on providing value. That's how I feel like is the best way to reach your audience. So is Gary Vee. So we do have very similar target audience. So I turn on notifications for Gary Vee. So every time that he posts on Instagram, I'm notified. My little phone, ding, Gary Vee posted. Therefore, I immediately go to it, and I'm always one of the very first people to comment, and I will follow up with what he said by providing additional value. So if Gary Vee posts a marketing comment, I'll respond and I'll be like, that's an excellent idea. This is what has also worked for me. So again, I'm providing value. And now in an hour, when that post that he made now has 3,000 comments and 40,000 likes, all those people who went to that post can now see my comment. And because it was valuable, it's more likely to get likes and more comments, so it's going to stay at the top because it was the first one there and it provided value. And I have had people message me, inbox me, and they're like, hey, I saw your post on the Gary Vee page. Hey, it's happened. So follow those accounts with the same target audience, particularly verified accounts, and turn on those notifications. And every time they post, you go comment, and again, provide value. And again, this is going to drive traffic back to your page. Make sure that your page is visually appealing. People like things that make them feel good. It actually is, studies show that things that look nice release endorphins in your head. And endorphins are what make us feel good. So, and that's going to make people want to follow you again. At least it's not going to deter people, because definitely if your page looks all out of control and unorganized and sloppy, they're going to go to your page and they're going to be like, and then they're going to go back. So make sure that your page, use quality photos. You can get photos from Canva for free. You can get photos from Pixabay for free. You can get photos from a lot of places. If you can't afford to take really nice photos, or if you don't have really nice photos, or depending on what your service is or anything like that, use some of them stock photos. Now, don't make them all stock photos. You don't want to look like your page is like robotic or fake. But make sure that it looks good, because then people again they're gonna want to follow. When people engage with you on social media, don't post and ghost. Don't do that. You are not Beyonce. Respond. Okay? Respond. Like, I don't know why some people want to do that. They have in their head that they want to have the fame, and that famous people don't respond to comments. For one, a lot of them do. They don't get all of them, but they know the importance of responding to some. And even still then, those people have been in the game a lot longer. They have a lot more followers, and they have proven their worth. Until you have proven your worth, you cannot post and ghost. If someone comments, someone asks you a question, someone, engages with you, engage back. Don't be a douche. Unless you have over 100,000 followers, no one wants to be engaging with the douche. Don't be a douche. Respond back. I think that's all. Let me try to think here. Consistency, engaging, use your hashtags, provide value, make sure it's visually appealing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So again, just to reiterate, know who your target audience is, know what they need, and provide that value to them. Use your hashtags, research hashtags, use hashtags that your audience are following, use hashtags that your competitors are using. Don't be spammy and use all 30. Be consistent. No one wants one trick pony. Post multiple times, and you don't necessarily have to post 20 times a day. You don't even have to post 5 times a day, but be consistent with it. Someone should be able to come to your page and see that it's active, not that you posted something of value 2 weeks ago, or not that you post one thing good and then the rest of your posts are all really crappy. Make sure that you're consistently posting good, valuable content. Sorry. Yeah. Engage, use that, all that good stuff. So yeah, so those are ways to grow your social media with quality followers. Don't do the follow for follow. Those aren't quality followers. Those people do not care about your brand. They're not going to engage with anything that you post. And because they're not going to engage with anything you post, Instagram's not actually showing your post to anyone, because Instagram is in it for the money. Instagram wants people to enjoy their site. So they're like, we want people to come on here and see things that people like. If the people who are following you aren't engaging with your content because you've just done follow for follow, Instagram's going to be like, well, no one likes her content. And they're actually going to show it to less people. When you do those follow for follows, you're actually hurting yourself unless you're doing follow for follows in groups with your target audience. So for example, I provide services to other business owners. So if I go into a group full of my target audience and they're like, hey guys, we should do a follow train. Well, you guys are going to need me at some point. So sure, why not? Now, if I were to go into a group of people who, just to give an example, I'm trying to think, maybe puppy lovers, and they're like, guys, let's go do a follow train. Unless I'm in the puppy business, I should not hop on that train. Like, don't do follow for follows with people who have no interest in your stuff, because it's actually hurting your page. And a lot of times, well, I don't know. Actually, I don't do a lot of those follow for follows, but I've seen it, and I've had people do it to me, where people will follow your account and then they'll unfollow your account days later, or weeks later, or hours later, or minutes later. Some people are in it for the numbers. I think they're trying to be like influencers, and so the numbers are really important. I don't know. I don't know what you get out of doing that. But don't do that. A lot of people do that follow and then that unfollow thing. So just don't waste your time. It takes more time because it's of value. Anything that's worth something is going to take more time. It's not going to come quickly. So yes, you are going to have to engage regularly. You are going to have to create valuable content. You are going to have to do research, but it's going to pay off, because at no point have I ever posted on my page, come use my services. Yet people constantly comment on. You can go look at my page and see comments where people have asked about my services. People come to my inbox and ask about my services. People go to my website and on my insights, it shows how many website clicks I get. And people are using them without me ever having to say, buy from me, or use my services, or come join my team. I don't have to sell myself, because I've worked on building those relationships and proving my value to my target audience by engaging with them and by posting it constantly on my page, on my other pages, across social media platforms. So definitely do that. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave me a message, send me an inbox. And if you have any ideas of what you want me to do next week for Business Tip Thursday, let me know. And again, the main objective of my business is to get other businesses in front of their target audience. So if you're having trouble with reaching your target audience, ask me how. Let me know where you are, what you need help with, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Hopefully you guys found this valuable. Be sure to like it and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.